Meshi. Why do you look so concerned?
Hi, Aviram. Remember I've told you that I'm a DevSecOps engineer at the company I work in? So I need to integrate a DevSecOps toolchain, and it's a complicated process. First, I need to research which tool exists, then do comparison and benchmarking between them, then select the best one, integrate them, then convince my developers/DevOps professional to use them. And if everything goes well, I will end up with 10 different tools. Each has its own execution model, interface, output schema, and I don't even know how to fix their findings.
Wow. Let me show you an exciting DevSecOps platform that will enable you, your developers, with secure products without affecting velocity.
This is JIT.
Sound great.
JIT offers you a wide variety of security controls that you can enable within seconds. For example, JIT supports code scanning, secret detection, dependency checks, cloud misconfiguration in runtime and infrastructure as code, and many other capabilities. You can enable all of them within few seconds. Let me show you how I do that with Terraform scanning. Click, and now you have Terraform scanning for all your developers and for all your repositories.
That's cool, but how are the developers going to use it? Should they log into this UI? Because, you know, developers don't like that and it will affect velocity.
Of course, JIT understands that developers would like to keep working in their own native environment without switching to a third-party application. Let me show you how I do that. I'm a developer, okay? I'm creating a Terraform module. I'm creating the branch. And the pull request. What you will see in few seconds, JIT will start executing the relevant security controls. Since this is a Terraform content, JIT will decide to run Terraform scanning and also secret detection because there may be secrets in a Terraform module. This is all what JIT is going to run. Even though you configure the other capabilities, JIT will match the relevant security controls with the content that you just created in the pull request. And the experience for the developers will be inside GitHub. The same experience will be maintained for your developers.
So by clicking this button, I'm getting a full check of Terraform scanning.
Exactly. For all your repositories and for all your developers, with just one click of a button, you turned on Terraform scanning.
I see the checks that are running.
Yeah, they're actually running inside GitHub, so we do not need to grab the code to our cloud. Everything is running inside GitHub, so security is also maintained here. And you'll see that there are the two different checks are running, the secret detection and the Terraform scanning. And the result will be propagated to this page. So your developers, they don't need to log in to a different UI or something like that. They don't need to see a different dashboard. They just keep working in the same interface they're used to work with inside GitHub.
That's really cool, but developers are not security experts. How will they know how to fix those issues?
Right. So JIT assumes that your developers are not security experts. And JIT is here to help them. This is why inside GitHub, JIT will provide all the details about this Terraform vulnerability. All the details will be provided with also an automated remediation.
Wow, that's really cool. Show me how to fix it.
So this is very simple. JIT will provide you all the details and also will help you remediate this vulnerability again with a click of a button. So we just click, JIT shows you that you need to change this variable from false to true. And you can click here on commit suggestion, commit the change, and bam. This vulnerability is or misconfiguration is automatically remediated without the engineer needs to be a security expert.
This is amazing, but I have another question. How can I be sure my security tools are actually running? I mean, in my CI, I can see and monitor all the jobs as they executed. But how can I know? Do I have a visibility on the security tools running in my environment?
Yeah, this is a great question. And actually, JIT adopts the concept of CI/CD pipelines into security. JIT calls it continuous security pipelines. Like in CI/CD system, every security job that was executed by JIT will be displayed here at the pipelines page. Every security job that was executed. So for example, you can see that the pull request that I created before is presented here, and it failed because there was one finding. And you see that another pipeline kicks in due to the fix that I created, and you'll see in a second that it will result in a successful pipeline. Everything which is related to security is displayed here, and there will become a day that you will be using this screen as an evidence for your SOC 2 audit.
This is amazing. But in terms of PRs, I have many developers, so many PRs, so many commits. How can I know what's relevant for me as a DevSecOps engineer? Does JIT provide a centralized view into who's doing what and where?
Of course, JIT provides you a bird's eye view for all the activity that occurred inside pull request. This is what we call the PR page. All the activity of developers with pull requests, failed pull requests, successful pull requests will be presented on this page. So for you, it will be very easy to spot pull requests with some vulnerabilities that were not handled, or you'll be able, for example, to see the progress and the improvement of your team inside this page.
Amazing. But PR scanning covers only changes. What about my legacy code base?
Great question. And JIT got you covered here as well. On the backlog page, you can see all the issues, all the findings which are related to your historical code base. You can also view all the findings which are consolidated and normalized into one schema, and also take action. By that, JIT provides you coverage of the historical code and also for new code presented inside pull requests.
Wow, Aviram, so many issues. It's going to be hard to fix them all.
Yeah, you're right. And this is why JIT has the fix first mindset. JIT tries to provide you with all the remediation possible. This is what they call the action page, where remediation is provided to you, again, with a click of a button. Issues which are similar to one another will be aggregated into one group. For example, in this case, there are 28 issues, similar issues, which aggregated into one action. And with a click of a button, you can fix all of them. 28 issues with one fixed pull request.
This is perfect, really. But, you showed me only Terraform scanning. I'm interested in so many other capabilities like container scanning, DAST, a dependency check, cloud misconfiguration, and so many others. Does JIT support all of this?
Meshi, JIT provides that and much more than that. You can see that on the plan page, which is kind of a menu of all the security capabilities that JIT provides. You see all the code scanning controls, secret detection, dependency check, infrastructure as code, cloud misconfiguration in runtime, web app scanning in runtime, API scanning in runtime, CI/CD security, and much more. All of that can be enabled within few seconds.
Aviram, you just made my day. But, we are in a rough economy. Budgets being cut, people being let go. And it sounds really great, but I have to ask, how much does it cost?
Meshi, for you, It's 100% free.
Where do I sign up?
So if you also share the same pains of integrating DevSecOps Toolchain into your environment, JIT is your solution. JIT will save you all the effort for researching new security tools, benchmarking, comparison, and integrating them into your environment. JIT provides your developers with a native experience. They don't need to go to a third-party application. They just keep working with the same workflow they are used to work with. Continuous security without affecting velocity. Try out JIT, jit.io, and this is our QR code. You can scan it, and please drop by our booth, and you'll get some memorable giveaways.
Thank you.